Welcome to the second edition of Catwalk Diaries, where we interview fashion models. I'm your host, Sanj Segal. Her name is Amethyste Mangangu, but you probably know her by her stage name, Amy LENOIR. Born and raised in the enchanting city of Paris, France, our guest is a talented model with a portfolio that spans prestigious agencies like Mentor Model Agency and GLAM Productions International. Her journey doesn't stop there. With a rich background in drama that began from the tender age of 12, she's established her brand in both France and England. From commercials to walking the runway for Marks and Spencer's, she's made a mark in the modelling world. You may also recognise her from her role as Marissa Williams in Channel 4's My Online Nightmare and her contributions to BBC One's The Things I See. Hello, Amethyste. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I wanted to get in touch with you for ages. I saw you walking at a fashion show in London, and you also made an appearance in our Catwalk Diaries magazine, so I had to get you on the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're a very established international model, and you've got a very, very interesting background. I wanted to meet you and find out more about your journey. And if I may, we can start with what inspired you to pursue a career in modelling and acting. I can't forget you're also an actor. When did you start?
So I started acting from the age of 12.
Wow.
So basically, I asked my parents, say, you've got to put me into a drama school.
So you knew you wanted to become an actor? You wanted to go that way at such a young age?
Yeah, at such a young age. I really wanted it. And my parents were like, oh, okay, let's do that. First I was like, I just want to be a model. And then they said, no, it's not going to work.
So what did they want you, what do they wanted you to do? Did they want you to become an accountant or a lawyer or something like that?
Yeah, because my father is a writer. So they didn't want me to go into this path, actually.
Right.
They wanted me to just carry on going to school and then carry on university.
Okay.
So they didn't think that would get you any work to do modeling. They were like, what are you doing modeling for?
Yeah.
For what? Just to take pictures.
Yeah. It's often the case. Yeah, it's often the case, you know.
Yeah, so they thought, unless you are becoming Naomi Campbell, why not?
Yeah, well,
and
you
my
are.
Father didn't want me
you
And my father didn't want me to do that. He was like, no, I want you to do something a bit more interesting. Maybe become a doctor or a lawyer. And then I said, and I've always had a passion for acting. I said, can you just you try and put me into theatre? And they put me into a drama school from the age of 12, in Paris. Yeah.
So how did, so 12 years old, you go to this drama school in Paris. You're one of so many children with a dream. How did you sort of break away or develop your path? Did you stand out? Did people notice you? I mean, obviously, I've got to ask you this because I just finished watching your show reel, and I watched your show reel on one of these websites with your, your acting websites, and you're very natural, you're very unscripted, you're very convincing, and you are such a good crier. You nearly had me crying.
You watched it?
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yeah,
no, don't watch that.
Yeah, I watched it. So were you, you stood out. You really did stand out. You're a very good actress. Tell me about this. How did you get noticed? You're 12. You're with all these children with such big dreams.
Yeah, so they didn't notice me at all. I was shy. So when I got on stage, I wasn't even talking. So they would ask me, what are you doing here?
And you said, I don't know.
You're like, you're not even acting. You need to be here to act, not to just sit down and just watch the others. So we're just mainly watching the others.
Right.
And then slowly, I started becoming confident. And then I moved in south of France. We moved in south of France. And then I carried on acting. And nobody was noticing me. I was still shy and still worried. And they said, but do you want to be an actor or you don't want to be an actor? I said, yes, I do. Wow. They said, then you've got to stand up for yourself. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try this time. And
how did you do that? Did you learn? So you said you were watching the others. Did you learn from the others? Is that
I was learning from the others. And then I was still nervous. I was still timid, still shy.
Wow.
And
It's
then
hard
my
to believe
teacher,
because I'm
it is.
reading, I'm looking at the things you've done. I mean, you've done Vogue Italia, you've been in
I'm
on
shocked.
TV shows on the BBC, and you've been, I mean, it's just incredible.
I'm
You
shocked
didn't,
myself.
yeah. You know what? I was nervous to meet you, and you said you were
What?
nervous to meet. Yeah.
I'm nobody.
Um,
I'm nobody. Honestly, I was
wow.
nervous. I was like, no, I can't do
Yeah.
this. Why does he want
My
to talk
God.
to me? I have
Yeah.
nothing to talk about.
I can assure you, I was
um,
more nervous than you. All right, so let's move on from. So you've
yeah,
learnt from them. At what age did you get
yeah.
your break? I mean, what was your first thing that you
Uh,
managed to get paid for, or you got an opportunity to do?
yes, when I moved to England at the age of
Right.
16, when I got signed on this modeling agency,
Wow.
and then when I signed in, then I started applying for acting, and then
Okay.
that's how I got my first one. I think that was what was my first one? I think it was my Online Nightmare with
Okay.
Marissa Williams,
Yeah.
and then it was BBC,
Wow.
and then it started on The Real Story of Argo, which came out in America. So I think the big one was Channel 4.
Wow.
Um,
Is
and
that
then
the
obviously,
Channel 4 was the BBC one was the Things I See, wasn't it? Living
yeah,
with the psychosis.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was just an extra. I wasn't really
Right.
doing. I was just
Yeah.
an extra,
You're very
but
humble. You're very, very humble.
really,
Okay, let's move on. You got
yeah.
your break, and then what happened? Did mum and dad take it a bit more seriously? Did they think, my God, she's going to be an
Um,
actress?
Yeah, then they actually thought, okay, if that's something that she wants to do,
Right.
then that's fine. We can't say anything. For modeling, they were not
Yeah.
keen on that
Yeah.
because they were scared.
Yeah.
When I moved to England, I still said I want to be a model as well. I
Yeah.
want to
Because you were
carry
very
on.
young to move to England, right?
Yeah, I was 16, so
That's
they were
very young.
scared.
Yeah.
They said we need to protect you because
Yeah.
16 is a bit young to do modeling. So I
Yeah.
waited until I was 23.
Right.
And then
Right.
there were a woman at university was looking for models. So
Right.
a friend of mine was like, would you like to try clothes? I was
Okay.
like, clothes? I
Yeah.
said, yeah, why not? I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
And then I started wearing clothes and they started taking pictures of me. I
Wow.
said, yeah, sure, why not? And I
Yeah.
used this portfolio. And then after that, the same friend said to me, they're actually looking for models,
Wow.
mentor model agency. I was like, what? Do you want me to be a model? She said, yeah, you should. I think you've got the look. But I never thought I had the look.
I thought
And
you had the look. That's why we put you on the back cover. So,
yeah,
so
I was shocked. I was like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
I thought you did have the look. Yeah, but you strike
Yeah.
me as very confident. I mean, when I saw you walk, you almost have a walk, and you almost pose with every step, and it was very
Oh,
easy
really?
to take photos. You know,
Oh, really?
so yeah, that was your kind of brand.
Oh,
I
I didn't
think.
think I was good because I was 34 when I did
Yeah.
this,
Cool.
and I was anxious of my age, so
Yeah.
I didn't do well for me. It was
Yeah.
bad for me. My walk was
Well,
really bad.
that's interesting because I mean, you talk about age. I mean, has it got easier for you? Has it got more challenging? Is there a lot of competition in your industry? What's it like to be a model in 2025?
Yeah, it's hard because you are stigmatized. I'm
Right,
35 now.
right.
I
You don't
started. I
look
was
35. I wish I looked like that at 35. Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah. My
Yes,
God.
I'm 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, people say I don't look like it,
You
but when you
don't.
want to
You look
apply,
so young. It's incredible, you know? But okay, so I mean, you're saying it's very competitive.
yeah, very
Is it
competitive.
because of social media? Is everyone a model on social media?
Yeah, everybody wants to be models, everyone wants to be actors,
Right,
and I'm not the particular model. I'm not blonde with blue eyes. I've
right.
just got long legs and
Yeah.
then a short body. So that's what I
Come
thought.
on, you can be a bit more descriptive. My God, come on. So,
It's true.
um,
That's why I was like, I'm never going to be a model. I've just got long legs.
my God.
I'm a black woman.
Yeah.
Who's going to want to take me seriously? There's
But
also
I
racism
think the
in
market
modeling.
has changed. I mean,
Yeah,
diversity. I
yeah,
mean, I watched Marks and Spencer's models, you know, when they're on TV, and I can
yeah,
see there's diversity now, which is really welcomed because I think it reflects
yeah.
everybody from
Of
every
course.
genre, which is fantastic. And it needed
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
done. It needed
yeah,
to be
yeah,
done, you know. So
yeah.
that is
Now it's
fantastic.
changing.
Yeah, it is
Yeah, now
definitely
it's
changing.
changing. It's
So
definitely
what's your
changing.
most memorable experience? You've done a lot. You've worked with Mentor Model Agency, GLAM Productions. What was your most memorable sort of experience that you thought, wow, this is going in my memoirs now that I'm
Yeah.
35?
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks for reminding me. I think that was Marks and Spencer. I
Right,
think once I got this wearing Alexa Chang's collection,
right.
I was like, what?
It's
Me?
amazing, really.
You
Yeah.
want me?
My
Marks and
God.
Spencer, because I was always watching Marks Spencer, I was going
Yeah.
shopping there,
Yeah.
just reading them in the magazines when I moved to England.
Did they put you on a
So,
poster as well? I think. It's a
um,
long time since I've been to France. I remember going shopping there as a child, going to Galeries Lafayette,
yeah.
but yeah, from what I remember, they had these big posters in the windows of the models and things. But did you get an opportunity for that, or it's changed?
No, no, that was in England. So when I did this
Okay,
Marks Spencer,
okay,
that
right,
was in England. So I was just doing the catwalk, and then I had
okay,
you had videos of the catwalks,
right.
the interviews of what's happened
Wow.
in the catwalk. So that was for me that was memorable.
Yeah.
And then the show that I did, The Real Story of Argo, playing Xena Showdown. That
Wow.
was, yeah, for me that was amazing because
Yeah.
that was in America. That
Oh
came
my
out in
God.
America.
Right.
So it wasn't in England. It was just we shot in England. I think
Right.
that was Surrey, and then the show came out in America. For me, that was the
Wow.
most memorable because I
That's
was like,
amazing. So you've
what? I
done
mean,
France, you've done England, you've done the US. I mean, incredible, really.
I was shocked. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's what strikes me because you're quite shocked with what you've done, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm reading all of
really.
this and I'm going, oh my God.
Yeah, because I'm still shocked because when I started, I didn't know how I could start because
Yeah,
you live in France,
yeah,
you are discriminated on a daily basis.
hmm,
Then I'm shy.
yeah,
Then I'm like, if
yeah.
you're shy, you're not gonna become an actor. And
Wow.
then slowly started happening
Yeah,
because I really wanted to do that and I still
yeah.
wanted to carry on. And then I
So I mean, if
moved back.
you bumped into a younger version of you, a very
Mhm.
young, you back at 12 years old, and you saw your little amethyst child there, what kind of, if you bumped into her, would you say, look, I'm 35, do this, don't do that? What kind of life lessons have you got for your sort of younger version?
Um, to be patient
Right,
and to believe in yourself for sure.
right.
Um, I think, yeah, we're scared as humans. We want results now.
Of
We
course.
think,
Yeah,
oh, I want to open a business, but it's not happening. But you have to wait. You
yeah,
have to be patient because the results will come out
yeah,
as not as soon as possible, but eventually
yeah,
you will get your results, whether it's small or big, but you will get something. So I would
yeah.
just say, just be patient and
Nice.
believe in yourself and don't give up. That's the
Yeah,
thing. People
that's
wants to
my
give up.
motto. Yeah, don't give
Yeah,
up.
don't give up. I know it's hard.
Yeah, it
It's
is
hard.
very hard. Yeah.
It's hard. You just, and you criticize yourself a lot. So that's why you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
you're from France or you're from, I don't know, wherever you're from, it doesn't matter. Because if you believe in yourself, you're good to go. I think you're
Yeah.
good to go, even though
Good
it's
to
hard.
go. Yeah. Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
what role do you consider? I mean, the TV acting side of things, that was the one in America, but
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to do more TV work? Are you planning on doing more a movie? Are you planning on doing more modeling? I mean, it does go hand in hand. Model and actress goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it does.
And there are a lot of model actresses. Is that what
Yeah.
you want to do eventually? Or do you want to create a sort of 50-50 balance between the two?
Yeah, 50-50 balance, I think. I've been
Right.
cast into a series in France. So
Wow,
I,
you kept that quiet. So,
I
are
know,
you,
right?
yeah. Are you allowed to talk about it or you're not? It's top secret.
Yeah, you could, I think I can. Oh,
Don't think, or
I'm
you get
scared.
me in trouble. Okay.
But yeah,
Is it a TV? So you can tell me a little bit
yeah,
about the TV
yeah.
series,
It's a
but don't
TV
give me the
series.
name. Don't give me the name.
Yeah, it's a TV series. So I've been cast in France.
Okay.
Uh, how do you call it? A director. Yeah,
Okay.
she saw me and she said, "Oh, I would like you to be in my." So she's still trying to find a way.
Yeah.
So we filmed all of it. So now
Yeah.
she's trying to find people to buy the series, I think.
Okay.
So she's still trying to figure out if it's going to come out, if it's not going to come out, is it going to be a draft? What is she going to do with it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
of course, it's hard as well for production now to get that released. It's quite hard,
since COVID, everything is going down. So
yeah,
they're
you
not
never
sure.
know. You never know.
Yeah, the finance.
What about, okay, let's talk about your routines and rituals. And come on, don't lie, because you must have a routine, because nobody looks like you at 35. So, do you sleep in an oxygen tent?
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell me the truth. Come on.
I think it's the genetics. I think because
Really?
my parents looks quite young.
Right.
I think so, yeah. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke.
Right.
I just drink water, really. I'm boring, sorry.
Right. Wow.
Drinking water. Because I used to drink when I was at university, when it was really stressful. But I just thought it's not for me. I can't handle any drinks. So I thought, it's not for me. So I think, just...
My God, do you know, I'll let you into a secret. When I saw you at the fashion show and I made a note and I said, check age. So I didn't.
Really?
I did. Yeah, I said check age, but then I saw that. When I read about you, I thought this can't be right.
Way. Oh my God, I didn't know you were there. I had no clue.
No. I was in the background. I was with the photographer. I was in the press pool.
Oh,
I was in the press pool. So yeah.
Oh,
so,
I had no idea. When you put me on the cover, I was like, "Is he okay?" Maybe you got the wrong person there.
No, I had the right person. So, all right, tell me about Instagram. Tell me about living up to social media. I mean, do you find it hard? Do you always have to put content out there to stay relevant? Is it something you live by?
No, because I'm born in the 90s. So we've never had Instagram, Facebook.
Right.
So for me, it's still like, oh, wow. Yeah. It's still new.
You see, I look at you and your age doesn't reflect. So I still think of you as extremely young and using this. And when you say, no, it doesn't affect me, I'm thinking, what? Right. Do you find it as, obviously you're with other models, even in that show that I saw you at, you were with different age groups, right? You were with people from every different decade. Do you still think it's relevant? Do you think it's become more relevant, social media?
Social media. I think it's a great tool. It's definitely a great tool to promote yourself.
Yeah.
For actors, models. I think it's great, even if you want to open a business.
Yeah.
But I think if it goes down when it's becoming weird.
Yeah.
Like TikTok, when you just I mean that's great if they want to do TikTok, but I'm not a TikTok person.
I can't believe you've done all of this without any Instagram. People are probably looking at their Instagram right now going, this is so rubbish. I'm going to put it in the bin.
I'm shocked myself.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, because I didn't want to stop. I try to believe in myself. It's hard to believe in yourself and
I get the impression about that. I mean, you are very shy and very reserved and everything, but when you're on stage, you're a different person. I mean, I would never have thought that when you were modeling, not in a million years, Okay, so let's talk about this My Online Nightmare, which was with Channel 4, wasn't it? And so what was the audition process like? Where were you living at that time? Were you in France or were you living in Britain? You were in London?
Yeah, I was in London. Yeah, I was. I think I was. No, I was not a student. Yeah, I was a student. I think. Yeah.
Right.
I applied online.
Okay.
I applied online, and I just thought, let me just see what it's about. So, like I always do, I just apply.
Yeah.
And then you just get a response, and then they contacted me and they said,
right.
Would you like to be in this show? I was like, of course I do.
Yeah.
Hell
God.
yeah.
Yeah. God.
And then I was shocked when I got there because it was a dream come true.
Yeah.
Channel 4 was something that when I moved to England, I was 16. I was watching Channel 4. Wow. I was watching Alexa Chung on there. Yeah. I don't know if you remember T4.
No. T4, mate. You're going back a bit. Yeah.
It was fashion.
But what about the BBC then? The things I see, that was for the BBC One. Yeah. How old were you then? Where were you? How did you do the shoot? How did you get involved?
I was in London as well. I think I was 24, 25.
Right.
And then again, I applied online and they said, would you be interested?
Wow.
And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
My
BBC.
God. It's interesting. I'm getting a sense of that you throw a lot in the air. You keep applying. That's kind of how you've got by, and getting your name and brand out there. That seems to me that's what you've been doing. Okay, so you said you wanted a 50-50 balance of modeling and acting going forward. What's your dream series or movie type that you would like to work in? I see you in a period drama. I don't know why, I just do.
Yeah, I would love to be in, obviously Netflix, but a bit of dramatic show.
Yeah,
A bit
drama.
like a Killing Eve kind of
Yeah,
thing. A bit like
I see
Jodie
you in that.
Comer.
Yeah, I see you in that.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
I'd love to do something like that. Yeah.
And what does the year look like for you? We're half done, aren't we, already? We're in July, nearly.
Yeah, that was quick.
So, yeah, very quick. I didn't see it. I was, 1 minute I was singing happy, it was Christmas time, and now we're halfway through the year. It's 2025. What does this next year hold for you? You've got this TV series that you're working on, or you've finished recording. What else have you got in the pipeline? Are there other things that you've got in the pipeline?
At the moment, I'm not sure. At the moment, I'm just going with the flow, I think.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's quite
I think
honest.
I'm still going with the flow. I'm not too sure.
Right.
And it's hard.
It is hard. Yeah, no, it's a hard industry. It is a hard industry.
It's a very hard industry. You have to put up with.
What about London and France? Are you doing more in France now? Where are you now anyway? You're back in France, aren't you? It's hard to keep track of you.
I know, people say
I don't know
that.
where you
Where
are.
are you?
Yeah, where
One
are
minute
you?
I'm in London, 1 minute I'm in Paris.
I saw you in London. Now you're back in France. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I moved back to Paris, moved back in September.
Okay.
So I'm back in Paris, and then sometimes I go back to London. So I'm going back to London for a photo shoot in July.
Nice.
But yeah. I moved back to France.
Okay.
Was
that a decision you made based on the modelling and acting, that you would now try and find your path that side, or was it's just nicer in France?
The weather's nicer for sure. The weather's great. The food's great. No, I think it was just personal. I think I wanted something different. I think when you stayed 18 years, I stayed 18 years in England.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was skin heavy. Yeah. But I still love England. I still miss England.
Yeah. Well, you spend your time in both, really. So
yeah. So it's I love England, and I went back last month to see my family. So yeah,
nice. Okay,
so I'm always gonna come back. It was just
I hope I see you again at another fashion show. So let me know when you are, and I'll be there. And this time I'll say hello.
Oh my God. I hope so. Yeah.
Listen, Amethyste, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Really good to have you on the show, and perhaps maybe you'll come again on the show when to talk about that series if it gets published.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Till next time, bye for now. Eva Pietruk, a 45-year-old international model and winner of Top Model UK 2024, made a striking return to the runway after a 25-year break. She walked for over 30 designers in major cities like London, Cannes, Rome, Paris and New York. Redefining age in fashion, she showcases elegance and strength with her signature catwalk style. This year, she launched Mad Runways, offering modelling classes focused on catwalk training and confidence. Join me, Sanj Segal, for a candid conversation with Eva about her personal and professional journey. The Catwalk Diaries podcast, coming soon to the Networking magazine.